Hello everybody, I'm Noah.
I'm Janet.
We are UnCommon
Core.
And we are here today to talk about Janet's wonderful unit on Washington's farewell address. First off, Janet, really quickly I have a question for you.
Yes?
It is tie-dye day at school. Why are you not wearing your tie-dye?
It's not!
It is! You have no school spirit. Alright, back to the Washington
You
unit.
forgot we were filming!
Alright, Janet, here's the question. Number one, why the heck would any of these teachers want to teach George Washington's farewell address?
I will tell you this, when I saw it on the list, I'm like, no way, never, especially to freshmen. That was the second shocker. It's like, oh, maybe I could do it with my juniors, but never my freshmen. But I did do it with my freshmen, and they learned a lot. It's well worth doing. I'm not saying they were like hanging on every word, but they learned portions of things. They learned some vocabulary. They learned his key ideas. And they actually kind of liked it. It was different for them. And I tried to make the unit that way too, where they use different skills. There's some more academic activities, more creative activities, so that I could keep them interested, because that's the key.
And that actually leads to my next question.
Oh, okay.
What are the activities in the unit? What do we have going on?
Okay, so we have a focusing activity, which we had a lot of fun with, where there's just some facts about George Washington. You know, did he really have wooden teeth, that kind of thing. And we played a game, sort of a truth or a fact or fiction sort of game, and we called it George Washington, I Cannot Tell a Lie, or we put an X through the not, so it's, or can I tell a lie? And the kids had to decide which one were lies and which one weren't. And they got into teams, and they called themselves after political parties. And so that got them kind of jazzed to start reading. And so that worked out really well.
Let me tell you some other activities that are in there. There's a quiz that's in there.
Mm-hmm.
There's
assessment.
There's a group project, and we have roles for 3 or 4 team members in the group.
Of the sections, yeah.
There's an advanced learners activity that looks at, what does it look at?
The advanced learners activity looks at what the hell is it? Stylistic devices in writing. Stylistic, that's right. It's actually the 4th role. It's the Thomas Jefferson role in our founding fathers' presentation.
Right.
And his or her job is to analyze the speech for style.
And then there's also a paragraph prompt.
Yes, writing.
And a whole detailed PowerPoint lesson on how to teach those kids how to write the paragraph.
Yes, and the writing is explanatory writing. It's that type of writing. They say that 70% of what English teachers do right now is narrative style writing. I don't know if it's not true with the teachers I know, and in my classroom I've always done a lot of informational and analytical writing. And so that's what this paragraph is. Very organized, informational, using the text to support their ideas, covering all those important Common Core writing standards.
All right, Janet, I'm going to ask you one more question.
And hopefully it won't have long forever.
Yeah, I've lost hope there. Oh, but I'll make it exciting by kicking the tripod over.
That was an earthquake. We're in California. No, actually, no.
No.
Right. Don't start it.
One last. Out of all those activities, which one did the students find the hardest? I'm just wondering.
Reading the text. It was the group activity. John Adams reading, and what they did that I didn't anticipate was the words. I had we have the dictionary, which is for free, by the way. You can pick up our dictionary for free. Great teaching aid. With the definitions of all the difficult words he uses, but it doesn't show how to pronounce them. And so my freshmen, a lot of them got up there and were really fumbling with the pronunciation. So next year when I teach it, I'm really going to push them to practice the speech, to come to me with pronunciation issues. On the internet, I know that there are devices that will pronounce words for them. And they could use their parents.
And we actually changed the lesson a little bit, and we made sure that in the student's handout, it says you must pronounce the words correctly. Yes. You must figure out how to pronounce those words.
And the words. And the vocabulary. But I'll tell you also that was my biggest success, was the vocabulary. And I'll never forget the kid. We read one paragraph, I think it was in section 8. And I'll never forget this freshman that said, Mrs. Mason, he uses like 5 different words for the word hatred. And I'm like, yeah. And then I expected the kid to say, well, that's stupid. Why doesn't he just say hatred? And instead he goes, wow, I didn't know there were that many words that expressed it. And I'm like, yeah, cool, vocabulary. And he was excited about it. So that was one of my biggest problems, but also one of my biggest successes.
All right, so there you go. You can download the lesson. It's on our Teacher Pay Teachers website, which we link to on our own website, uncommoned.com.
Yes.
All right, everybody. Until next time,
yes.
when we'll be talking about our Gettysburg unit.
Address, which I'm teaching in the middle of teaching now. There's nothing like Lincoln.
Class, yes, Janet.
Okay, sorry.
Class is dismissed.